So guys, Reggie here back at it again, and today, as you can see, we have another interesting video once again. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So how do I open this subject up? This whole unnecessary things and just like stupid things that those bigger influencers, creators pretty much just do across the internet. And one of the things that I've seen, because I did write down a few, is the unnecessary bottle breaking for views. And I don't know like about you guys, but I know that they buy the if you buy something, you own it. It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. But they have so many fragrances, and I've seen them just completely break just bottles after bottles um that are like completely full, and it's like, and it kind of, I don't want to say it triggers me, but it makes me cringe, and it makes me feel like a bit kind of disgusted because yeah, you have a big collection and you want to do stupid shit for views, right? But it's like you have such a huge fan base that you can honestly do some sort of giveaway of certain fragrances, even if you don't like them, or maybe even if you, I don't know, get some sort of discount, just give it to them. And I know that some of them actually do that, but still, it's like a really stupid thing. And I don't want to sound like, of course, like I'm hating, but we're all like, I've seen like pretty much the whole community kind of just agree on one thing. It's just the things that are just done for the trendiness of just, I guess, blowing up or something like that, right? So that's just like one of those things that's just like really, it makes me like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say it makes me feel disappointed, but it's just super stupid. Like, just seeing that shit just being done. It's like those fragrances, bro. Like, there's so many people out there that would love to get that fragrance. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's just like a really stupid thing. And like I said, and a lot of them are pretty much like just barely in their teens and they do that. And even a lot of them who are like probably mid 20s or early 20s, they even do that. But um, we humans tend to do some pretty loud stuff for attention. But yeah, and then the unnecessary cringe with those huge bottles. I don't know if you guys have seen those like super big, like Le Male Jean Paul Gaultier bottles like this big, and they're all like having some sort of TikTok or Instagram wars. Like, no, I have the biggest bottle, and another one's like, no, I have two big bottles, and then they have like some huge Blue de Chanel's, Versace Eros Flame even, and they just have them there just like flexing and stuff like that. And of course, their fan base isn't really gonna say much. They're just gonna applaud like, oh my god, no, he's got the biggest collection. And there's a dude with like 100 bottles that all of a sudden like, he just got is flexing on this dude, and they're all just having this little like kind of just stupid, little, I have a bigger bottle. No, mine is bigger. It's like, bro, it's like, if you guys have insecurities, I mean, but yeah, but it's kind of one of those things that I have seen this being talked about more than what I mentioned about the bottle breaking. But yeah, it's another stupid thing that it's just like, why? It's like, if you already did, like, they're just pretty much doing the most. They're just super cringe, stupid. And I know that some people are just gonna say, well, you're just hating, you're just jealous because you don't have that big following, or you're not that famous or something like that. Like I said, there's always going to be that type of people, but it's understandable. Whenever I put a video out like this, I am very aware of the things that can be said in favor or against. And yeah, it's a risk that you have to take, and you know, every opinion and everything is taken with all respect. But yeah, and then this is one of those other things, but this isn't really as like stupid. This is more of like cringe. The unnecessary like daily uploads of this is the final top 10 that you should ever have. And then like 2 days later there's like another top 10 of fragrances that you should buy. And then like 3 or 2 days later it's like top 10 fragrances that women can't resist. And then their viewers are like, oh my god, you're just clicking so fast, like women, what, you know, it's like kind of like one of those things. But it's just like so many things, like top 10 fragrances for school, you know, every single thing, there's a top 10. There's like no definitive top 10. It's like these top 10 fragrances my wife or my girlfriend hates. And then, you know, like I said, it's just I've seen so many of those. It's like, man, it's like, and a lot of them are just like different random fragrances that I just bet like they probably tell Chat GPT to pick them out for them or something like that. I don't even know, but yeah, that's also like one. It's just like a cringy thing. I don't wouldn't say that's like stupid, um, but yeah, it's like super cringe, and it confuses their viewers, because they say, oh, these top 10, and if these are the top 10, why would there be any other top 10, you know? But I mean, like I said, everything is just done for clout and just milking the the cow, the fragrance cows. And another thing that I've seen, and this is actually very concerning, and I believe this is the last thing that I'm going to talk about, and that is the cologne bathing videos or excessive spraying on just upper body. God, like I hope that they know that how bad that thing is for their health. Um, respiratory issues, um, not just that, just so many irritations that they can get. I mean, it's their body, it's their choice, I guess, you know, whatever. And I know that everything right now seems like some sort of, yes, it's only for a little bit, but everything you do to your body and everything you say, pretty much everything you do, and this is like a rule of life, that everything will at some point will get your ass, right? And that's how pretty much how life works. And I have seen so many like those videos of dudes just filling up the bathtub with I don't know, like lamella syrups or something like that, and they're just like chilling there, and people are like, oh my god, he's gonna smell amazing, and he's never gonna smell bad ever again. Oh my god, like he's absolutely, he can be smelled from 10 miles away, and they're all just like applauding, like, oh my god, you did it. And it's like yeah, you have a very loyal fan base, but and then you of course have those like um few people who are like, hey, I hope you know that's bad for you. You know, there's always that people, even if they follow them, they're like, yeah, we're super biased to you, but yeah, I hope you know that's bad for you, right? Just the same way that I saw this dude who was like, he was just so happy, and he was telling everybody, like all of his viewers, he was just showing off that he had like sprayed 3 bottles of Dior Sauvage, and he had just sprayed on, and he was like soaking wet, and I was just like, oh god, it's like so dumb, because you shouldn't really apply fragrance like the whole thing to your neck, even like right here to your pulse points. Like, yeah, you can do that, but that's why the most recommended thing, and I will most likely end up making a video later on about talking about this, is where to put it, you know, to avoid any of those things, because our skin absorbs anything. If you put oil, it's gonna absorb it. If you put alcohol, it's gonna absorb it. And guess what's really bad for you? Alcohol. So yeah, I like I said, they I guess they know what they're doing, but it's one of those things that it's just like beyond just cringe. It's just like really stupid, and I hope that they have um some sort of like older person just counseling them and just telling them like, hey, don't do that. That's actually really bad for you. But yeah, anything they'll do for clout, especially if they see their good buddies within the same range of relevancy, right? So yeah, if they're like super relevant, they're just most likely gonna do that to get more clout. But yeah, that concludes, and I like I said, I know that there's gonna be some of those people who are just gonna just 100% tell me that I'm just hating and just you only live once. I mean, yeah, you only live once, but try to make the best of it. But yeah, anyways, but before I leave, um, this is my scent of the day. Versace Pour Homme. This is a very clean, citrusy, fresh fragrance. Um, but yeah, I will most likely do a review on this later on, maybe a YouTube short. Who knows? But yeah. Anyways, guys, it's been Reggie, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.